We are in the truck and we are on the way to Home Depot to go get those landscaping timbers for the new raised bed garden system we're gonna put in. Say hi.
Hi.
He's so cute. Well, hello all my beautiful friends out there in YouTube land, and welcome back to the Hewitt Homestead. Got my coffee this morning. I've got on my infamous shorts and boots combination. And if you've been watching our channel for any length of time, you know what that means. That means today we are gonna get dirty. So today the plan is to get in a small raised bed garden. All right, so here's what I did. I went to Home Depot and I got these 8-foot 4x6s and got that rebar, those rebar pins right there, about 2 feet long. So I've got 6 of them, so I can make this thing 8 feet wide and 16 feet long. And I think that'll give me a decent area for growing. Just for this year, this is kind of an experiment for me. I've never done raised bed gardening before. So that'll get us up 6 inches higher than the surrounding area. And it'll give me like a backstop that I can weed eat up to and keep the grass, the exterior grass, I can keep it cut down, keep it from crawling over and into the actual bed. And then the only thing I'll actually have to pick and pull and weed is the weeds that try to grow in and around my vegetables. It sounds like a good plan, but as we all know here on the Hewitt Homestead, plans seldom go according to plan. Remember this area right behind me? This is where we used to have one of our very large garden beds. It is completely covered in grass already, and it has been less than a year. I mean, last spring, look at the grass coverage and the weed coverage. I mean, it's solid. This is why I love homesteading in Florida and I hate homesteading in Florida all at the same time. The struggle is real, folks, when you're homesteading in Florida. You love it and you hate it. I can grow almost year round, but I gotta fight the weeds almost all year round. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Devin, you got a truck. Why don't you throw those in the back of the truck and drive them back here? Well, it rained really hard again yesterday. Everything is saturated and super soft and mushy, and I'm afraid it might get stuck. So we're just gonna tote them back here manually. It's only 6. I'll consider it part of my workout today. All right, we got a rough layout here. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're gonna get some shovels and some hose and start tearing this ground up so we can kind of level it out a little bit. Get these timbers to lay flat. From time to time I get asked a lot of questions about the back to Eden gardening method and fire ants, and do I have a problem with them. You know, I grew up here in the South. As far as I know, fire ants are just a way of life. I wouldn't say I have a problem with them, but I've got them. In fact, I've got a really cool one right here for you. Watch this. Ooh, look at that. Disgusting. Wow. That's crazy. guys, just like that, I'm out of time for the day. Get my tools cleaned up, put up, and start getting myself cleaned up so I can get into work this afternoon. Well, you know, running a homestead like this is can be frustrating, no doubt, but you just got to stay persistent. You just got to keep getting it done a little bit every day that you can. But this is what I love to do, and every time I can eat some food that I picked with my own 2 hands out of my very own backyard, there is no better feeling. Well, good morning everybody. Here we are back out here at the garden site. It is a couple days later from what you just saw. So now before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys around really quick and show you what the end of February, beginning of March looks like in Florida. Because if you're looking for a place to homestead and you don't mind sweating in the summertime, but you would like to have a really long growing season, let me show you what's going on around here already. So if anybody knows of a good dandelion market where I can sell my dandelions, let me know. This is kind of interesting, you guys. Can you tell where my old garden site is? Where all my decomposing wood chips were? Yeah, that's right. You guessed it. This little patch right here, that's about 5 years worth of wood chips, layer after layer after layer, all breaking down and decomposing. And the plants absolutely love it. So do those kumquats. This is my fig tree. It's already starting to put out new leaves for the year. I don't see any fruit buds on it yet. Uh-oh, take that back. Look at there. So we've already got fruit coming out on the fig tree. It's our first sign of food so far. That's always good. Oh, you know what else we got? We've got mulberries already popping out. Check this out. Alright, so here are the mulberry bushes. Look at all those mulberries already on there. I say bushes. They're really trees. Well, they're gonna be trees. But that sucker there is loaded up. We're gonna have a lot of mulberries this year. So it is a beautiful time of year, but it is getting to be a busy part of the year. Oh man, if I can just get this rain to back off for a few days, that'd be really nice. All right, so what's happened the last couple of days? We have got another round of rain. For the last 2 days, it has been wet and rainy, and today it was still raining this morning a little bit, but it's cleared up a little bit now. But it is cold, you guys. It is like 47 degrees here in Florida, and for us, it just don't get much colder than that. You know what I'm saying? But let's check out the garden here, or what's going to be the garden for this year. Small though it may be, Lord willing, it's going to be bountiful and beautiful. Got me some potatoes from the pantry that have started to sprout, so we're not going to eat them, we're going to plant them. So here I've got my outline started and going around. We're going to continue just to turn this and till it and get this grass turned under. And then we're going to go ahead and throw these taters in the ground. But hang tight. So there you have it, guys and gals. We've dug in our 4x6s, and I've overlapped my corners like so. So this long piece comes down flush with the outside, and then this long piece comes down and butts up against the end piece there. And it's saying no this. That way I can come back around later with another row of 4x6s, and I can stagger them, and they will actually lap over those joints, and then they'll all kind of help to lock each other in. What you doing?
I'm on a break.
Nice. So what you got going on here?
The paper caper.
Paper caper. Was it arts and crafts day at homeschool? Just your outfit. It's awesome. I love it. You dress like me, boy. So I'm done turning the ground. As you can see, it's very moist. It's very lumpy. A lot of grass and weed roots were in there. I'm not gonna worry about getting it all broke up right now. I'm gonna let this sit for a few days, let that grass die. Then I've actually got a 4-stroke string trimmer with I can change the heads on it, and I've got a small tiller head, and I've never used the thing. I've owned it for probably 10 years and I've never used it. So I'm gonna slap that thing on there. We'll do a little experiment here in the next couple of days and see if that thing works or how well it works. You know, but there's one thing that I did find very interesting while I was sitting here turning all this soil, and that is there's no wood chips. I have put wood chips in this spot for 3 years now, just layer after layer, every year refreshing them, and they were refreshed last year. About this time, around springtime, I put a fresh layer of wood chips down. But look at this soil, guys. Look at it. I mean, you can see a few wood chips in there, but the rest of it is just black, gorgeous, fertile soil. So if anybody was wanting to know how long does it take wood chips to break down, well, I'm sure that depends a lot about where you live. But if you're here in Florida, where we get a lot of heat, a lot of sunshine, and a lot of rain, they break down really quick, within a year. All right, so what I am going to do is I am going to take one small patch and work it and prep it a little bit more, get it good enough, because what I want to do is get these potatoes that are starting to sprout in the ground. All right, let's throw these in the ground, get a shower, get to work. If I don't talk to you again before I see you again, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Please subscribe and keep following along with us. Got some cool projects going on this year. We are on the road to the big farm. We're gonna get this place fixed up, try to get it sold, see if we can buy a big farm. But in the meantime, we do love our fresh food, our fresh produce straight out of our own garden. So we're gonna do a small garden this year, but we're also gonna be doing a lot of home improvement. What? You see that, son? Oh, that feels good. The Lord is smiling on me today. All right, guys. Glad you were here. Love you. Subscribe. Come back. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.